So now that you're seated, I'm going to ask that everyone please rise as Cole Chesler and Carter Teitelbaum lead us in the national anthem, their style. Where's the other one? You all may be seated, please. My name is Mark Tashton, and it's my great pleasure to preside over this ceremony and to welcome all of you to this occasion, the 192nd commencement ceremony in the illustrious history of this school. This place looks great, doesn't it? That's thanks to our good friends at Equinox Valley Nursery, our school counseling department, our facilities team, who turned this hockey rink into a beautiful graduation setting. I also want to make note of the weather. Don't you hate when it calls for a crummy forecast and it's sunny outside? I'm not worried today. It's crummy outside, it's going to rain even more in a little bit, and you're all going to be really glad that we're here at Riley Rink. So let's give Riley Rink a round of applause. I want to welcome parents, grandparents, uncles and aunts, siblings, trustees, alumni, guardians, faculty, staff, and friends. I want to welcome those who drove down the street to be here and those who flew from faraway countries. I welcome you all. As with any important moment, any important occasion, there are those we wish could be here on this earth to share this moment. I ask that we now bow our heads and have a moment of silence to bring those people into this room. Vermont is a very special place on earth, and we gather today to celebrate everything great about this school, this community, and the incredible, awesome, memorable class of 2025. To get things started, I'm going to welcome Senor Chris Nolan to the podium. Senor Nolan is retiring with the class of 2025 after 27 years at Burr and Burton Academy. And Senor Nolan is going to share a reading. Come on up.
Thank you. So last Friday, I had the pleasure of speaking to the graduates at their final assembly. And one of the themes that I spoke about was transition and the fear of the unknown that often accompanies transition. So this poem continues on that theme. Fear, by Khalil Gibran. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled from the peaks of the mountains, the long, winding road crossing forests and villages, and in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean because only then will fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know that it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. Thank you.
Did she get something? No. All right. Next up, I introduce Charlie Stevenson, who is the chair of the Burr and Burton Academy Board of Trustees.
On behalf of Burr and Burton's Board of Trustees, hello and welcome. It's a joy to gather here on this memorable day, surrounded by family, friends, guardians, faculties, and the greater Burr and Burton community to celebrate the class of 2025. This ceremony marks a milestone, a moment to pause, reflect, and recognize all that you, the graduates, have accomplished. You've challenged yourselves, supported one another, and grown in ways both seen and unseen. Today is a celebration not only of your achievements, but of the journey that has brought you here, steps made possible by your own hard work and by the dedication of so many around you. To the teachers, staff, families, guardians, friends who have guided and encouraged these graduates, we offer our deepest appreciation. Seniors, as you leave this school and take your next steps, you carry more than just knowledge, you carry potential. You will soon become part of new communities, face new questions, take on new roles. In doing so, you will shape the world around us. We hope you do so with courage, with generosities, and with the values you've cultivated here. The world needs your curiosity, your creativity, your conscience. Remain open-minded, and you will be a force for good wherever you go. We are proud of you, and we are excited for all that is to come. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Next, we begin the academic honors portion of our ceremony. I'd like to introduce the class of 2025 valedictory scholars. This group of students has maintained the highest academic performance while taking rigorous coursework. As I call your names, please stand in place to be recognized. Dahlia Cohn. Keep standing. Hazel Cornwell. Ethan Dryden. Benjamin Kirkpatrick. Jackson Kitts. Dylan Pudiak. Bowden Walker, and Xavier Traver Adolphus. These are our salutatorian scholars. You may take your seats. And from this group, The class of 2025 has two salutatorians. The first salutatorian is a competitive alpine skier who approached his academics with the same mindset. This fall, he will begin his studies at the University of Vermont. Please welcome Dillian Pudiak to the podium.
BBA. It's a simple three-letter acronym, but it holds so much meaning to so many. Each member of our graduating class has formed 4 years of cherished memories that will form the foundation of our future. And for this, I have to thank all the faculty, staff, family, and friends who have put effort into this excellent school. This also includes all of you that have showed up today to show your appreciation for all the hard work the class of 2025 has put in. Truly, thank you. To me, BBA represents opportunity and freedom. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a ski racer who leaves BBA for 4 months every winter to go to Okemo Mountain School. This is a challenge for me, as I averaged only 2 days of school a week due to my nearly 40 ski races this year. Going into this year, I honestly thought that I would not be able to do as many races as I did and keep up my grades, but I did it, because I committed and I succeeded. This is also a challenge for my teachers, however. They had to deal with me turning in assignments late and also make sure I actually learned the material when I was not in person with them. And for this opportunity, I cannot thank all of those involved enough in my time at OMS as they let me grow as a student, athlete, and a person. They did not sign up to deal with this responsibility, but they were willing to step up and help me pursue this excellent program, so thank you. Specifically, I want to point out teachers such as Mr. Nolan, Mr. Carrico, Ms. Callan, Mr. Cass, Mr. Mowry, Mr. Klein, and Ms. Strain. Each of you helped me and my other graduates grow as both students and people. To all my teachers, I would love to call you out, but I think I would get kicked off the stage if I did that, so sorry. To my family, all I can say is that I would have burned out long ago without you. To my dad, for sacrificing as much as he does to give me this amazing life I have. To my mom, for supporting me through all the rough moments, as I probably would have given up by now without you. Also to my brothers, for guiding me on what to do and what not to do in high school. Finally, to my friends, for supporting me and giving me the motivation to keep going. Without you, I would have struggled so much more. And to end this off, thank you to my fellow students. As we end this chapter in our lives, pat yourselves on the back for getting through high school. However, also look to the future and prepare to try harder than you ever have before. If there's one thing that life has taught me so far, it is that when you're at your limit, you can try harder. It is very easy to look at something and say that it's hard and it's not possible, but when you go to try it, you will find that it is. You are stronger than you think. Thank you, BBA, and congratulations on making it through high school, class of 2025.
Our second salutatorian serves as a varsity baseball captain, a senior mentor, an English language tutor, and so much more. He plans to study business administration at Villanova University. Congratulations to Bowden Walker.
At every graduation, we spend time thanking everyone else. And don't get me wrong, we absolutely should. We're grateful for our teachers who pushed us, our families who supported us, and our friends who kept us going. But tonight, I want you to thank someone that you've probably overlooked, yourself. Because out of everyone in this room, you are the only one who truly understands what it took to get here. You know the days when it felt like no one cared, the days when you lost, the days when you smiled through school, then cried the second you were alone. And still, you kept going. I keep returning to this idea because if I'm honest, I'm scared. I'm scared to leave my little brother, scared to leave my parents. I'm scared to leave behind a community and a family that has given me so much more than I could ever give back. But this fear, this sadness, isn't something to run from. It's proof that what we're leaving behind here is something worth missing. Because if we weren't sad to go, how would we know just how special these people and this experience really was? So yes, thank your teachers, thank your family, thank your friends. But tonight, take a moment to thank yourself. You made it through every hard day, every late night, and every moment you thought you couldn't. And now, here we are, more resilient, more prepared, and strengthened by the memories and the friendships that we carry with us into the future. You've earned this moment, so be proud and know that the best is still ahead. Thank you.
All right. Our class valedictorian is a three-sport athlete, wrestling team captain. She served our school community as a senior mentor, BBA ambassador, and peer tutor. She's also a National Merit Scholar who will begin biological engineering studies this fall at Cornell University. Please welcome Hazel Cornwell.
Hi. As some of you may know, my mom, the lovely Mrs. Cornwell, is our commencement speaker and an accomplished English teacher. That's why she's usually the first person to look at my papers. But she hasn't heard my speech yet because I wanted to tell a story that her and my dad have never heard before. So let me set the stage. The year is 2015. I'm 9 years old, and I've pretty much figured out how the world works. I have nearly a decade of life experience. That's why when I was eavesdropping on a whispered conversation between my parents, and I heard words like doctor and hospital, I drew upon all of my wisdom, and I came to a grave conclusion. My grandma was dying. And this would be a good time to mention that both of my grandmothers are very much alive and well. Grandma. Despite this, for weeks when I was 9 years old, I was convinced that a member of my family was on their deathbed. It wasn't until my parents finally revealed that I had a little sister on the way that everything made sense. And so this is a funny little story about a kid jumping to conclusions, but it's also the story of mistakes that I and so many others fall victim to time and time again. I know from experience that it's easy to make your own answer before getting all the facts. Here's another example. The year is 2024, and I'm a summer camp counselor. And for the past peak, I've been dealing with these two kids in a fierce fort building competition. One day, one of them comes inside to tell his opponent, "You have to go outside and see what I did to your fort." And of course, I know what's going on. They've been building up their fortresses and talking serious smack for days. They've been getting more and more competitive. So before taking a single step out the door, I'm berating this kid. I'm saying, "You shouldn't do that," as we're walking out. "That's really not nice." And then we're finally outside, and I look up, and he put flowers all over the fort of his friend. And it's adorable, so I have to apologize, because I may have been an almost adult, and I may have been in charge, but I was wrong. And I'm telling these stories together because even though we're older and more mature now, the mistakes we made at 9 years old are the ones we still make today. It's easy to say that I'm twice as old now, twice as wise, 2 times less likely to jump to conclusions, but wisdom isn't as linear as age. I know so much more than I did as a kid, thanks to my family, this school, my friends, and my teachers. Yet there will always be more that I don't know. So going into the next chapter of my life, I want to remember to be open to every possibility and that we still have a lot to learn. Thank you.
I now invite the Student Council representative and senior class statistician, to present the senior gift. Come on up, Elliot Favor.
Good evening, and thank you to everyone for letting me do this. Thank you to Mrs. Perry. Thank you to the advancement office. Thank you to school counselors. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to everyone. All right, let's get this started. Good evening. In my final address to Burr and Burton Academy, I would like to present the senior gift. As some may know, the Smith Center is being renovated, and it will be nicer when the 2025-26 school year begins. But, as our class of 2025 would like to do, we are giving a tree and a bench for everyone to enjoy for years to come. At this moment, I would like to present the tree and bench mock-up on behalf of the class of 2025 to Mr. Mark Tashton and Mrs. Meg Kenny.
Thank you, Elliot. Now it's time for the awards portion of this ceremony, and I'm delighted to turn the microphone over to Academic Dean and teacher of the famed Myth and Memoir course, Jen Hyatt.
Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the individual strengths of all members of the senior class. Every senior should feel very proud of the fact that they successfully persisted through challenges and are graduating tonight. We'll start by recognizing the seniors who received Academic Excellence Awards and Athletic Awards at our awards ceremony on May 28th. Seniors, please stand when I call your name, remain standing, and face the audience. Audience, we have a lot of recipients, so please hold your applause until the end. Receiving the Bennett Music Prize, Carter Teitelbaum. Receiving the Excellence in Ceramics Award, Lily Wood. Excellence in Dance went to Maya Lynx, and Joseph Misalski received the award for Excellence in Drama. Excellence in Photography went to Lillian Farrar. Excellence in Technological Arts, Alex Rutens. Excellence in Woodworking, Kian Matiku. And the Golick Memorial Cinema Prize went to Tyler Keys. The John Fay Memorial English Award and the BBA Mathematics Award went to Bowden Walker. Sienna Halstead received the BBA Science Award. Alice Clark received the Farm and Food Studies Award. The Dr. Richard Overton American History Award went to Ethan Dryden. And Dahlia Cohn received the Social Studies Upstander Award and the French Award. The German Award went to Alex Rutens and the Spanish Award to Jack Knorr. The International Student Award went to Rachel Yang, and Landon Mullenby received the BBA Spires Award. Kylo Millette received the Jeff Houghton Award, and Charisma Short received the Jesse Amidon Citizenship Award. 22 students earned a Seal of Biliteracy Award, and those students are Justice Allers, Emmy Bevan, Trinity Burrows, Vincy Chan, Hazel Cornwell, Hudson Deck, Ethan Dryden, Sadie Eggers, Olivia Grace, Lily LaRue, Jack Knorr, Olaf Pyala, Julian Peary, Alex Rutens, Shay Smithwick, Henry Snyder, Carter Teitelbaum, Xavier Traver Adolphus, Lindsay Treat, Madeline von Balmus, Bowden Walker, and Rachel Yang. The Ryan DeFelice Award went to Thomas Sheldon and Piper Morgan. The Jeffrey Charbonneau Award went to Owen McGonigal and Mai Lise Edwards. The National Federation of High Schools Award of Excellence in Sportsmanship went to Xavier Traver Adolphus and Max Fife. The Lead Dog Leadership Award went to Lila Bronstein. The 12-Star Bulldogs Award, which means that students played 12 sports over their 4 years, went to Reed Brown, Ethan Dryden, Max Fife, Thomas Sheldon, Xavier Traver Adolphus, Hazel Cornwell, Vincie Chan, Piper Morgan, Miley's Edwards, and B. Thompson. That's a lot of recipients. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thanks, seniors. You may be seated. At this time, I'm pleased to present the Burr and Burton Academy Senior Commencement Awards. The Outstanding Athlete Awards honor graduating seniors who have excelled academically while exemplifying our mission of responsibility, integrity, and service on and off the sports field. The first outstanding athlete was a 3-sport captain, leading the field hockey, ice hockey, and lacrosse teams. She served as a senior mentor, a big sister, a Yellow Tulip Club ambassador, and was a member of the student athlete leadership team. Next year, she will study biology and play lacrosse at Wesleyan University. Congratulations, Miley's Edwards. Our second recipient captained the varsity field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse teams. Her coaches call her a fierce competitor and a selfless and kind leader. She also served as a senior mentor and a big sister, headed off to play lacrosse at Skidmore College next year as Piper Morgan. The final recipient was a football captain who achieved all-state and Shrine team recognition. He also captained the basketball team, played baseball, helped with both the Be Brave for Life organization and the Yellow Tulip Club. He'll continue his football career next year at RPI, where he plans to study business. Congratulations, Thomas Sheldon. The Outstanding Creative Artist Awards recognize 2 graduating seniors who have excelled within the area of visual, performing, or media arts while simultaneously exemplifying our mission of responsibility, integrity, and service. Our first creative artist participated in every BBA theater production since 9th grade. She acted, wrote, directed, filmed, and produced. In addition, she sang in the vocal music ensemble and served as a dance captain. In the fall, she'll be attending NYU, where she will study theater and psychology. Congratulations, Sadie Eggers. Our second artistic senior immersed herself in an array of visual arts courses. This year, her work was featured in shows at SVAC. She helped with set design and construction, sang in the vocal music ensemble, and played piano. A Mountain Campus alumnus, she engaged in trips to France and Italy. She also has a passion for the environment, which she will continue to study, along with art and architecture at Hobart and William Smith. Congratulations, Lily LaRue. The John Izell Community Service Award celebrates a graduating senior with the strongest record of service. An avid environmentalist, this senior volunteered at Hildene and interned with a veterinarian as well as with the U.S. Forest Service. She took classes at the Dean Farm and at the Mountain Campus, studied at the Governor's Institute of Vermont, was an Alpine team captain, and more. She volunteered over 500 hours of her time toward helping her community. Off to continue environmental studies at UVM next year is Devin Barnes. The E.H. Henry Awards are presented annually in honor of former headmaster E.H. Henry. They honor students who have earned the highest respect of both peers and adults. The faculty and senior class selected 2 students who are considered by the BBA community to be exemplary scholars and citizens. The first senior is dedicated to the environment too. An active steward of sustainability, she organized clothing swaps, spearheaded Earth Day celebrations, spoke at climate rallies, led the environmental club, and served on the Vermont Climate Council. She was also a senior mentor, soccer captain, and is an alumnus of the Mountain Campus. Heading to Colorado College to major in environmental studies is Dahlia Cohn. And you've already heard of this senior's achievements in academics, athletics, and as a leader at BBA. He models our school mission, as you just saw when he delivered his salutatorian address. Congratulations, Bowden Walker. The 1829 Leadership Award recognizes a graduating senior who is an outstanding role model and whose record of leadership and service to our school and the community echoes the inspirational work of BBA's founders. This ambitious senior played sports, competed in Model UN, participated in the debate and stock market clubs, captained the Science Olympiad team, was president of the chess club, traveled to France on the exchange trip, was a senior mentor and a BBA ambassador, established the DECA Club, edited the school newspaper, and more. He plans to study public policy next year at Duke University. Congratulations, Jackson Kitts. Finally, I am honored to present the Headmasters Awards. These awards celebrate character and the 3 key words in our mission: responsibility, integrity, and service. The first Headmasters Award goes to another passionate conservationist. She attended the Mountain Campus, studied sea turtles in Costa Rica, helped to lead the Environmental Club, and learned how to tune a mountain bike. A senior mentor, ultimate Frisbee player, and cat adoption advocate, she's going to study fisheries and wildlife biology at UVM next year. Congratulations, Nell Bryant. Our second recipient has a deep love of the arts and the outdoors. The senior mentor and Nordic ski captain attended the Mountain Campus and dedicated himself to a deep dive in both biology and ceramics. He's headed on the Yellowstone trip this summer, and afterwards he'll attend CCV with a plan to enroll in a land surveying program at the ESF Ranger School. Congratulations, Oliver Viglis.
We now move on to our commencement speaker. Each year, the graduating class selects a faculty member from whom they want to hear one final time. This year's pick is someone with incredible energy, a unique sense of humor, a passion for teaching her students to think, write, and be good people. She is an insatiable reader who eagerly shares her love of books. She is the mother of our class valedictorian and has championed and supported the growth of members of this class over the past 4 years. Please join me in welcoming your graduation speaker, the one and only Cheryl Cornwell. I'm so ready too.
Well, it figures that Hazel has stolen not only my youth, my beauty, my figure, but also my chance to shine as this year's Cornwell family graduation speaker. And I'm looking at you over here because it is important that you know, yes, you won this time. Tuition bill has yet to be paid. So I would encourage you to keep that in mind. Now, I want to start with a short disclaimer. Parents, friends, families, I love your kids. I love teaching your kids. I love seeing your kids every day. I really do, I promise. But, and you knew there was going to be a but, I may have to hand down some hard truths today. So just remember, class of 2025, and I'm talking directly to you, you voted for this. For this. You thought, wow, Cheryl is our best option for graduation speaker. You thought of all the people at BBA, Cheryl is the classiest, most professional of the bunch. You thought this was how you wanted to commemorate your time at BBA. So my questions are these. Was Miss Schoenbeck unavailable? Was it too soon to bring Mr. Zilka back? And did Vaughn turn you down first? So basically what I'm saying is that you, class of 2025, have no one to blame but yourselves for what is about to follow. So, when I heard that I was chosen to be this year's speaker, my first instinct was immediately to curse the class of 2025. And you can ask Hazel, she won't lie. I mean, they don't often allow teachers who are in their midlife crisis phase, thank you, Luke, out of the classroom. Or for that matter, teachers who are voted most eccentric of their own graduating class. So, perhaps it was my dancing that led you to vote for me? To be clear, both my husband and Hazel cautioned me against dancing on stage for obvious reasons, mostly fearing for my dignity. Little did they know, or perhaps they did know, I have no shame. I have no shame. For my family's sake, I would love to be able to apologize for what you just witnessed, but I regret nothing. So maybe it wasn't my dancing, it's not that good. So perhaps it was my overwhelming, maybe disturbing, some of you might say love for the Great Gatsby. Yeah, that's right, I heard it. That led you to want to hear me, yap about F. Scott Fitzgerald's genius just one more time. So think about it, the green light, the pink suit. Yeah? Sadie, where are you? You said you'd cheer. The pink suit, the pink suit, come on. So, besides being the best book ever, it's amazing. So, graduates, I would like you to reach under your chairs. For a few of you, there are 5, so just reach under, feel around. There might be a bag on the ground. For a few of you, there is a very literary surprise a la Oprah Winfrey. So if you have a special surprise under your chair, hold it up. Hold it up. Yes, you get a Gatsby, and you get a Gatsby, and you get a Gatsby. Yeah! Best book ever. Or, and I was thinking of Matt Reed with this one, perhaps you wanted to hear my attempts at teen speak just one more time. I hope I do you proud, Matt. Like I was low-key gonna crash out over this speech, no cap. Okay, maybe not. So perhaps it was the knowledge that really, for all the jokes I make at your expense, my offbeat sense of humor, you are much more observant than I give you credit for. Perhaps you saw behind my prickly facade, there was someone who finds the greatest and happiest moments of her day here with all of you. But even after all this introspection, I couldn't imagine what I could offer this class. I mean, isn't that why I'm standing here? But then I thought about everything you have offered me over the past 4 years. After all, this is the class that welcomed me into the English department and shaped the teacher I am today. Since starting at BBA in 2017, I have taught ESL, worked in the international program, and even spent some time teaching Chinese. But it was the moment that I made my way to Founders permanently that I found my true place at BBA. And whether you know it or not, you were all a big part of that. So as we walked across the newly paved courtyard together, we were in fact both starting something new. Therefore, class of 2025, here is a list of everything you have given to me. Firstly, you are the class that taught me the value of patience. So much patience. You are the class that welcomed me to my first Success Camp summer and invited me on the trip of a lifetime to Mexico. You are the class that taught me how to use a plunger as a metaphor for life and shared the importance of the Christmas spoon. Caroline, that one is for you. The class that took the I shouldn't have speech to places best left in the dark. And Robbie, that one is for you. And the class that reminded me that you are never too old to play with Legos. The class that brought Stanley Kowalski to life. The class that worked on my sob, and those who went out of their way to find me an Italian copy of The Great Gatsby and bring me my favorite peanut butter cookies just because. And perhaps most importantly, the graduate who first made me a mom. So you are the class that continues to humor my ridiculous dance moves, listens patiently as I try to convince you that literature can in fact change your life. You are the class that begs me not to try and be cool, because you know that was never my path in life. Without judgment, you embrace me for who I am, and I can't tell you enough the difference that that can make in a person's life and has made in my own. We often think in terms of what we can offer others when we in fact receive so much from those around us. You were all there as my life was changing and my career was transitioning. Whether you realize it or not, you were there when I needed you the most. You may think that you haven't had the chance to make an impact on the world, but for me, you have truly shaped the person that I am today. So after all that, I hope that the real reason you chose me is that you realize how much I love you, have loved teaching you, and just how much I will miss you. Thank you.
192 commencement ceremonies, and yet there is still a first. Thank you very much, Cheryl Cornwell, for showing off your dance moves. Before we honor the seniors, I want to honor all parents and guardians here today. Seniors, let's stand up and give everyone on your support team a standing ovation. Thank you all. I also want to recognize that the accomplishments of our seniors are also the accomplishments of our great faculty and staff at Burr and Burton Academy. Can we please give a round of applause to Burr and Burton's finest? And there's not much wisdom left to impart. You've heard it all from our speakers already, but I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about this senior class. We have 201 seniors who know what has been accomplished, but there are about 2,000 people here today, including, to my right, we have sitting room only, which is awesome. And I'm going to give you a special sampling of the highlights of this class. We have 25 seniors who will be first-generation college students and 3 students who are first-generation high school graduates. That's pretty awesome. We have 67 students who are success scholars. 29 seniors attended the Mountain Campus. 17 students are graduating from the Target program. 8 seniors completed industry credentialed programs at Southwest Technical Center in Bennington. 58 students completed a full semester internship. 8 are children of faculty and staff. 11 seniors are international students from Brazil, China, the Czech Republic, Gaza, Italy, Spain, and Vietnam. That's pretty good. This group of young people performed in concerts, musicals, fall plays, new works projects, one-act plays at BBA and at other venues throughout our community. And they participated in a unified music program for students to play together joyfully every Wednesday morning before school. This year's performances and presentations were particularly memorable. Not a great name, but how about Urinetown, which was an awesome show. Radium Girls. Last week's dance and drama showcases, which were one of the best, if not the best ever, to a packed house. And we had our inaugural film festival. Senior portfolio on BBA exhibits at the Southern Vermont Arts Center were amazing. The stunning talent that these graduates possess in sculpture, painting, drawing, photography, cinematography, dance, costume design, woodworking, ceramics, and music making must literally be seen and heard to believe. And they've got athletic skills. Over the past 4 years, this class has helped to earn 32 Southern Vermont League titles, along with 2 Southern Vermont Unified Championships and 1 state runner-up. In the last 4 years, BBA has won an impressive 16 state championships in girls decathlon, girls golf twice, 2-time rock climbing champions, 2-time boys golf champions, 3-time boys snowboarding champions, girls snowboarding champions, gymnastics champions, boys track and field, football, and girls lacrosse all brought home state championships. And we're currently chasing even more medals and championships with boys ultimate, girls tennis, boys tennis, softball, girls lacrosse, and boys and girls track and field still competing. Let's get some more banners, guys. Trophies and other top prizes were also brought home by our seniors through a number of academic competitions, including Model UN, debate, FIRST robotics, chess, and we are now 2-time state champions in the Science Olympiad. That's awesome. All members of this class have been winners by contributing to our greater community and collectively completing more than 14,000 hours of community service. That sounds like a lot because it is a lot. This class demonstrated service leadership by connecting with youth in our area through the Big Brother and Big Sister program, Success Program mentoring, summer camps, refereeing and coaching, and youth sports. They connected with senior citizens through musical performances, playing games, and talking to residents in our assisted living communities. They fundraised and raised awareness for all kinds of larger charity groups, the Red Cross, Be Brave for Life, the Manchester Food Cupboard, Special Olympics, Susan B. Komen Walk for the Cure, Humane Society, and more. They strengthened our community well-being by volunteering at local fire stations, hospitals, rescue squads, and more. And this group traveled the world. Members of this class participated in exchanges with our sister schools in Ecuador, France, and Germany. They traveled with BBA groups for cultural learning to Italy and with the Success Program to Mexico. They have traveled to Costa Rica to perform scientific research, and a group will soon be exploring Yellowstone National Park. They went to Washington, D.C. for a close-up look at government and lobbied in Montpelier. They also took enrichment trips to museums, Broadway, and other theaters, and attended leadership and academic conferences. And they have plans. They have big plans. We're equally excited about their future. 31 seniors will enter the workforce and help support our local economy. 4 will enroll in training or apprenticeship programs. 13 will take gap year to work, travel, and find personal enrichment before heading to college. 15 graduates will attend 2-year colleges, and 118 members of this class will matriculate in different colleges in 23 states, the District of Columbia, the Netherlands, and Spain. And finally, last but certainly not least, we salute with gratitude 8 graduates who will join the armed services. Congratulations to this class. Class of 2025, you have to wait no longer. It's time to confer upon you your diplomas. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Associate Head Meg Kenny.
Graduates, before your names are read, take a moment, breathe, look around, and take it in. This is a milestone, hard-earned and deeply meaningful. Today we celebrate each of you and honor the class of 2025. Will the first row please rise? Jude Andrew Abedi. Justice Forbes Allers. Emerson Alderman. Lily Lynn Aldrich. Charles George Allen. Hadley Jane Andrew. Caroline Mary Asciuto. Devin McManus Elizabeth Barnes. Michaela Barry. Johan Manuel Batista Rodriguez. Pietro Battaglia. Emerson Bevan. Breck Lynn Benson. Tyler Anthony John Benson. Lucas Blay. Juliana Boudreau. Molly Elizabeth Briggs. Lila Jeanette Bronstein. Reed Foster Brown. Nell Harper Bryant. Lyric Elaine Buckley. Trinity Ann Burrows. Joseph Patrick Burry. Penelope Bouchy. Regan William Casey. Chase Alexander Kassan. Vincy Chan. Zara Marie Shani. Cole Robert Chesler. Gage G. Semino in absentia. Alice May Clark. Dahlia Cohn. Teresa Lee Cole. Tori Ann Cole. Addison Paige Conklin. Hazel Elita Cornwell. Carrie Crawford. Charlie Sear. Stosh Shahal. Hudson Deck. Jordan Lee Deckman. Pedro Demchuk. Daniel Utah Desario. Taylor Jason Diaz. Kendall Ann Dixon. Ethan Thomas Dryden. Zoe Marie Duncan. Keegan Earthwood. Karina Milese Edwards. Clementine Marie Edwins. Liam Connor Egbert. Sadie Eggers. Dan R. Eklund. Lillian Marie Kayla Farrar. Elliot Favor. Mario Fiola. Gianna Marie Fisk. Isabel Daisy Fitzgerald. Caleb Windiso Fitzpatrick. Sean Patrick Fleming. Lorenzo Foley. Laurel S. Foster, in absentia. Maximilian T. Fife. Taylor Gershek. Olivia Grace. Cooper T. Green. Sienna Elizabeth Halstead. Mika Shiloh Santos Hansen. Molly Elizabeth Ann Louise Harper. Mia Harrington. Mariah Ann Heberts. Maverick Charles Haliba. Mariana Hernandez. Katie Hahn. Jordan Hotelling. Anna Keeler. Tyler James Keys. Marina Pearl Kijak. Benjamin Scott Kirkpatrick. Jackson Noah Kitts. Stone Taylor Christensen. Juliana Cruzala. Robin Adelaide LaConte. Taylor Maurice Lacoste. Lily August LaRue. Aaliyah M. Lawrence. Tallulah Hannah Marimbe Levis. Ella Louise Levy. Madison Lewis. Maya Amay Links. Lily Ruth Long. Jay Lyman. Adrian Janoje Majitolun. Fermin Marquis Perez in absentia. Brooke Maryland. Anna P. Markrow in absentia. Nave Murata. Gustavo Martel de la Castillo Olivares. Jordan Martinez. Joseph C. Masalski. Kian Mbaki Matiku. Ella Marie Masuko. Lucas Glover McChesney. Maxine McEntee. Owen McGonigal. Griffin Thomas McIntyre. Denver Walker Medic. Marcel Almonte. Caden Ann Marino. Tyler Stephen Marino. Max O'Hara Michael. Kyla Millette. Landon Hamilton Malumbi. Ariana Monegro Vilches. Kelly Patrick Moran. Piper Louise Morgan. Luke Arthur Morin. Joseph Morris. Catherine Elise Moses. Jonathan Paul Mulkey. Finnegan Patrick Mullen. Gloria Muro Sanchez. Oscar Muro Sanchez. Lindsay Milot. Nawi T. Navarrete. Ngoya Chi. Joe Philip Nicholson. Kendra Faye Niles. Jack C. Knorr. Nicolina De Loria Norman. Izzy Nystrom, in absentia. Kevin Robert Oakes. Edward James Oakley. Roman James Oakey. Elijah Donovan St. Clair Oldenburg. Christina Ondrashkova. Olav Joseph Kayala. Henry Moore Mark Parent. Dhruv Patel. Declan William Perry. Grayson R. Peters. Lucy Gail Pincus. Julian Peary. Albert Pokoznik. Dylan Fisher Pudiak. Leah Rochelle Price. Abigail Ann Quackenbush. Victoria Marie Quigley. Robert A. Ramo. Kristen Elizabeth Redmond. Hudson J. Rose. Dakota Scott Royce. Roxley Angelise Ruiz Rivera. Alexander Sualvedis Pennybaker Rutins. Chase H. Salo. Riley Francis Sanderson. Lane B. Sargent. Gavin Schubert. Jordan Matthew Secoy. Thomas Jaden Sheldon. Charisma Rose Short. Landon Guy Smith. Shay Smithwick. Henry Davenport Snyder. Emma Grace Southworth. Daniel Torres Spencer. Marta Wren Steves Bowie. Lily Straub. Benjamin Swim. Chase J. Sigeti. Haneen Tanera. Destiny Marion Catherine Tegenkamp. Carter A. Teitelbaum. Beatrice Rose Thompson. George Hannaford Thompson. Wyatt J. Townsend.
Congratulations.
Olivia Elizabeth Tracty. Braden Riley Trask. Xavier Traver Adolphus. Lindsay Anna Treat. Kai Wilson Trimmer. Wyatt Christopher Tuff. Francesca D. Tully. Evan Urbanski. Tessana Valentine. Oliver Eldro Viglis. Sergio Villagran. Nicholas Vigalan. Clifford C. Walla. Waylon Wright. And Rachel Hu Yang.
Families, get your cameras ready. Would the graduates please rise? I am proud to present to you the Burr and Burton Academy Class of 2025. Please let those caps fly. And I now ask senior members of the vocal ensemble to come on up. Senior members of the vocal ensemble, we are going to close this ceremony with the singing of our alma mater. The lyrics you can find on the back of your program. Please join in. Molly. Let's go in. In a minute, we will process out. Hold on, you guys. Not quite yet. Stay right there. We need to make sure we're cleared out back so the graduates can get out. My closing words to you are, once a bulldog, always a bulldog. The class of 2025 is officially dismissed. Off you go. Little audio visual. Chicken right, you know? That's,
The names weren't too quick, were they?
no, I thought it was exactly the pace it should be.